Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 427. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, Durham's online community paper, which you can check out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I invite you to go ahead and click on that link right there on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page. You can join me on camera after I do the weather. We can hang out. You can promote yourself, your special event, your business, whatever, all that would be great. It would also be great if you go ahead and share this out so that more people here in Durham can find out what is happening. So I'm going to put on my specs and move my keyboard. I don't think I mentioned, uh, if you're a regular viewer, I went to Chicago last week. When I returned, I didn't mention it again. I had a great time in Chicago. The weather was interesting, but Chicago is Chicago in the springtime, very volatile, up and down. But anyway, I really had a great time. My great nephews they're twins, Liam and Ethan. They turned 5. And we all went to, what is that called? We have one here in Durham, Sky Zone. It's like a trampoline jumping up and down venue. And their little schoolmates, it's funny, they have schoolmates. Anyway, their little schoolmates were there and it was just fun. They had kid-oriented food. Some people would dispute that. Some of the adults were like, "Ooh," but the food is geared towards children. So there you go. Shouldn't have been eating the kids' food anyway. But anyhow, I had a great time. Also got to see some friends. Got to see Maggie, hang out with Maggie a little bit. Maggie Brown, that's Oscar Brown Jr.'s daughter. They're planning a big Oscar Brown Jr. is deceased, but they're going to hold a 100th year like celebration of his birthday. And that happens sometimes, when you're famous. I went to my favorite comedian of all time, pretty much, believe it or not, is Jack Benny. And I went to he was also deceased at 100, but I attended his 100th celebration. Where was that? That was at the main library downtown, if I'm not mistaken. And it was fun. It was really fun. It was a little odd, but it was fun. So that's what we're going to do for Oscar this coming October. So hopefully I'll be going to Chicago again in a few months. So anyway, enough about that. I just wanted to mention that I had a great time in Chicago and I'm back in Durham. And so let's do Bull City Hangout for 427. Okay. Let's see, I'm going to the Word page. That's the government and nonprofit information page. Lots of programs and services being offered by local nonprofits. And of course, city, county, and state governments. You can find places to get help for your family and yourself. And you can also find places to volunteer at if that's what you're looking for. Okay, with it being Monday, let's see if there are any city vacancies because you might want to give back, so to speak, share your special knowledge, expertise, etc. So let's see if there's any open. Oh, there are openings. Yeah, this Wednesday. Okay, so there are 6 openings coming up. Maybe you can fill one of these vacancies with your special knowledge or interest. If you want to know before signing up what's expected of you, then click on that link. It's in blue, can't miss it. And then you'll see what's expected of you in terms of meetings, etc. And then you can determine whether you have the time to give back to the city. So here are the openings. The Durham Convention Center Authority, the Durham Homeless Services Advisory Committee, the Durham Workers' Rights Commission, the Housing Appeals Board at Large and Home Ownership, Participatory Budgeting Steering Committee that's determining how the money is being spent, and last but not least, the Recreation Advisory Commission. So let the city know by end of day Wednesday that you want to fill one of these vacancies, and I guess they'll give you a go. Let me know if you get on one of these committees or commissions or groups. Okay, now the Durham County libraries are all open until 8 tonight. And then they reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and Bragtown reopens tomorrow at 10. Okay, let's check with actually, you know what? I haven't mentioned CWS in quite a while. It used to be called Christian World Services, but basically, they don't just help Christians, but what they do, and their office is at Duke Memorial United Methodist Church downtown on West Chapel Hill Street. They help refugees, people who are new to this country, who need help, who need to get resituated, who because sometimes they're from cultures that are so different from ours that they don't know what to do when they get here. So they have lots of volunteers helping them out, and they have like here's and they need all kinds of volunteers. So maybe one of these will appeal to you. I won't read them all because there's a lot, more than a dozen listed. But they have one-on-one volunteers where you meet with a refugee once a week for an hour, and that's to help them practice their English. You can do this virtually or in person, but you probably want to do it in person, because it's nicer that way. But yeah, you could help them. But if you can't make it out of the house because you have a disability or inability to travel, you can still help, definitely, virtually. So anyway, this is for once a week for 1 hour to help them on their English. And then they have volunteers to help the refugees figure out the bus system. And I know they like the fact that it's free in Durham, but they do need to know how to connect with the buses and about the different routes, etc. And of course, how to you know just figure out the whole thing about taking public transportation. Um, Here's another one. I'm going to go through all of them. Okay, this is where DMV appointments volunteers, they help the refugee overcome the language barrier when trying to get their documents together for applying for a driver's license. So there's that. And there's also DSS volunteers where you can go with a refugee to DSS, Durham County Department of Social Services, and help them to get their paperwork together and to sign up for their Social Security card, because we all need to have a Social Security card. Here's an ESL volunteer where you can help refugees who don't necessarily speak English well, and you can help them with their class materials and just to help them. Let's see. Oh, and actually, you're helping the English as secondary language instructors at CWS by working with the class materials. I didn't read that all the way. And then you help them greet the refugees as they come in. So if you know different languages, that would be really, really fun. They also have I've seen this happen. Grocery store volunteers where you take a refugee or family to the grocery store, and sometimes they're from situations they don't they've shopped at outdoor markets. They don't know about the grocery stores. They don't know about the scanning of the cards and the checking the prices and that sort of thing. So and of course the different just the way food is presented in a grocery store. It might be totally foreign to someone from another country. So you can help them with that. And that sounds like fun. I think I would like that one. Here's another one: home supply, shopping and delivery. That is where you help new refugees, new people to this country to furnish their new households. There are items that CWS has on their home supply checklist, and I guess they have some kind of an agreement with Walmart because they donate. You work with donations and also purchases with Walmart gift cards, and then make sure that they're delivered to the refugees' homes. I should say to the new neighbors' homes. So if you want to help out with that, that sounds pretty cool. Here's another one: housing volunteers. They help to unpack the deliveries of furniture that I just mentioned and taking them to the homes of the new neighbors so they can get a fresh start. If you have a truck, they would love for you to sign up because then you could help. Even if you don't have a truck, you can help rent a U-Haul, okay, and get the furniture to their house. That's cool too. They have volunteers to help the case managers enroll the refugees for Medicaid and also food stamp benefits if that's what they need. Also, there's volunteers. They help the refugees enroll their kids in school. You can't have the kids not in school, right? So you help them enroll their children in school and fill out the paperwork. They might not know English. They might not even know the situation maybe where they come from that you don't sign papers, you just send the kids to school. So help them with the paperwork and of course overcoming the language barriers. And then I guess they have an agreement with Spectrum because apparently some volunteers help our new neighbors get the paperwork together necessary for signing up for a Wi-Fi account. That's cool because, well, gotta have Wi-Fi or at least do the best you can to get on the internet and get information. That's another really cool thing. Once they get introduced or at least connected to the internet, then the world's their oyster, so to speak. So if any of this it sounds interesting to you, CWS, they're in Duke Memorial United Methodist Church. You might notice that there's more than one building. They're in that back building over there that you can access. Actually, you can access from a couple of streets, but I'll leave that up to you to figure that out. I'll give you the address though, 504 West Chapel Hill Street. All depends on what direction you're coming from. So yeah, got the website also listed, and you can figure out how you want to help and take it from there. Okay, let's check with the Durham Tech Small Business Center where you can learn how to be an entrepreneur. Or if you've already started a business and you're like, I think I could do better. I need to bring in more money. I need to make connections, taxes, that sort of thing. Well, there are entities, small business centers and community colleges that give classes across the board. I mean, totally online, totally free. These are one-off classes. They're great. So let's see what's being offered today. Here's a class from 3 until 5 using WordPress to build a website for your business. I think, unless things have changed, WordPress is the most popular website builder. It was a bit much for me. I use Wix, which is drag and drop. But if you have, more skills, then WordPress might be something that you might want to look into. They have a lot more bells and whistles than Wix. Wix is great if you're like me and you're not really totally skilled with coding and that sort of thing. But if you want to have a really involved website, check out WordPress. You can take the class today from 3 until 5 and at least get an introduction to it and maybe determine whether that's for you. Okay, here's another class from 6 until 7:30. Social Media Marketing Series. Pinterest for business marketing, which is kind of surprising because Pinterest started out with people pinning interesting articles, pictures, whatever, to their websites for their homes. Their new living rooms, their decorating it and that sort of thing. And now it's a whole thing. Apparently, I guess you can promote your business on Pinterest now. So you can learn all about that tonight from 6 until 7:30. Again, these classes are free. Here's one more from 7 until 8 tonight, Beyond the Badge, designing your next act as a consultant and coach. So that's tonight from 7 until 8. These classes are on Zoom. Let me mention this one for tomorrow because it starts at 2. So you might want to sign up today. Online seller for the small business owner. So if you wanted to sell something online and you want to learn how, that's going to be tomorrow from 2 until 4. All righty. And I just last night, right before I went to bed, I updated SCORE. So let's go down to the Service Corps Retired Executives. They also have classes for entrepreneurs. Some are in person at the library, some are online. They also have mentors. That's great too. So let's see if there's anything today. It looks like their next website will be next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, May 6th. Okay, so we'll check back next week. Let's go to the to your health page. Yeah, let's go there. Where there are research studies that you might want to check out, where you can help scientists, universities with their new programs, apps, services. They test them out on volunteers, and then they show their appreciation, often with gift cards. So you might want to look into that. All righty, let's see. Let me check for the blood drives because you can literally save lives by donating blood. So today's the 27th. Let's see if there's anything going on with the American Red Cross. Okay, their next blood drive is this coming Wednesday. Okay, so I will remember that. Okay, Blood Connection, they do the same thing. Let me check with them. Their next blood drive is Thursday, this coming Thursday. I'll keep that in mind. But I can tell you about the Health Equipment Loan Program, also known as HELP, run by the county. They are at 4206 North Roxborough Street. They accept donations of things like wheelchairs and walkers, canes, crutches, etc., things to help you in the bathroom and around the house. So they take these donations, they clean them and repair them, and then they loan them out to people who need them for 90 days at a time, totally free of charge, no strings attached. So you might want to check them out. They're only open 2 days a week, though. That's why I'm telling you about it now, because they're open tomorrow from 10 until 2, and then Fridays they're open from 1 until 5. That address again is 4206 North Roxborough Street. It's across the street from the Cookout. It's kind of like down the street, a tiny little bit, but across the street from the Cookout. All righty. Let's go to the top of the page and let's click on the health events button and see if there's anything going on, with today being the 27th. Let's see. Oh, okay. The Duke Cancer Patient Support Program, they're having their next virtual prostate cancer support group meeting. That's going to be today from 4 until 6. Again, it's online, it's free, and it's run by Duke. All righty, I think that's pretty much it for that page. Okay, let's go to the Senior Scope page. Durham Center for Senior Life. I was out of town, but I do hope that their big gala went well. I assume that it did because it, as always, it sold out. Oh, wait a minute. The Senior Games is going on right now. Let's see. Do I have my schedule? Let's see. Let's see what they're playing today. Let's see. I thought here's this. Oh, here's the schedule. Okay, whoa. Dropping things. Let's see. Today's the 20th. Okay. Oh, I missed it. Okay. Basketball shooting was at W.D. Hill at 9. And then at 6 tonight, they'll have basketball 3-on-3. I'll probably go to that one. And when I say go, I'm not going to participate. I'm going to take pictures for the Skywriter. So basketball 3-on-3 at 6. Okay, cool. Tuesday, tomorrow, they'll have bocce, which is like lawn bowling. And that's going to be at 9 at Sandy Creek Park. And then they're going to have tennis at 2 at the Hope Valley Country Club. So it's too late to sign up to participate, but you can always go and cheer everybody on. They'd love that. So Wednesday, it looks like it's rain dates only. I wasn't here last week, so I don't think anything got rained out because we're kind of in the middle of a drought, sort of. So it would have been a rain date for horseshoes and croquet, but like I said, I don't think it rained while I was gone. Now, Thursday, they're going to have pickleball at Piney Wood Park at 9. And then on Friday, they're going to have bowling at 9 at Bolero. And it'll be the rain date for pickleball. We'll check the weather to see if we're having any. I think it rained a tiny bit. Did it rain Saturday? Seems like, yeah, it drizzled. It drizzled Saturday because I was DJing on Saturday night. Yeah, it was drizzling. So anyway, next Monday, the Silver Arts drop off. Oh, so the Silver Arts drop off is not until next Monday from 9 until 12. I didn't know that. Okay, and that's at Holton. Okay, good to know. And then the sports competition will be cycling at 8 at Hillside High School. And then next Tuesday, golf at 8:30 at the Hillendale Golf Course, and cornhole at Lyon Park at 9. And then next Wednesday will be rain dates. And then on Thursday, that's it. Well, they'll have rain days for golf and bocce, but for the most part, that's it, because on Thursday, May 7th, they will have the Silver Arts Awards and closing ceremony at Holton at 5:30. All right. So if you missed the basketball shooting, you missed that, but you didn't miss the basketball 3-on-3. And if you're going to go there to take pictures or whatever, or to play, I'll see you there. I will be there at 6 tonight. It sounds like lots of fun. I better clear that with Durham Parks and Recreation first. I don't think people can just show up willy-nilly. I'll be doing that right after I do Bull City Hangout. All righty. Let's see what's happening at the center today. Durham Center for Senior Life, 406 Rigsby Avenue. They have their own parking lot. They have their own theater. They've got the workout rooms. They've got the computer lab. What don't they have? They've got a pool table. The only thing they don't have is a swimming pool. Let's see. Today's Monday. So this afternoon, oh, right. I mentioned that they have a theater. They'll be showing a movie today because on Mondays at 1 o'clock with free popcorn, they show movies. So today's movie is The Day After Tomorrow. It sounds like I think it's one of those disaster movies, like tornadoes, hurricanes, or tsunamis or something. But that's going to be today. It's called The Day After Tomorrow, and that movie starts in about a half hour at 1 o'clock. So you might want to head over there. Also, today at 1, advanced watercolor. So if you're a painter, you might want to check that out. Oh, it says to call for info. So that's not embroidered into the fabric. That might not happen. So I think they want to see if there's interest. So call 919-688-8247, extension 110, for information on the advanced watercolor class. This is definitely happening at the Lifeline Dancers. That's definitely happening in the exercise room today at 3:30. Now tomorrow, Seniors on the Move line dancing at 8:35. Talk Tuesdays from 9 until noon, where counseling students from North Carolina Central University, they talk with you one-on-one, and they can offer mental health resources. So these are students that are studying this, and so this is a good way for them to get some practice in and help people at the same time, which I think is a win-win situation. Let's see, and that's from 9 until noon. Okay, it doesn't say, they used to say that you had to call first, but maybe they weren't inundated with traffic, so maybe anybody can just walk in and talk to a student. Okay, so that's tomorrow from 9 until noon. Open art studio at 9 all morning in the art studio. Basic Spanish class at 9:30. Take off pounds sensibly at 9:30. Yoga Your Way from 10 until 11. Now this one has a red FB. That means that you can participate in this class by watching from the Durham Center for Senior Life Facebook page. Okay, here's another class. Keep it moving, gentle exercise at 10. American Sign Language at 11. Belly Dance for Fitness at 11:30. Crocheting Club at noon, and Pinochle at 12:30. So that's all tomorrow. Okay, now let me check for these special events. We already know about the gala, and I do hope that it went well. I assumed that it went fabulously. Let's see, today's 20. Ooh, this starts in 3 minutes. The Senior Legal Advisor presentation. Certified Senior Legal Advisor Rick Messimer. He likes to make a presentation once a month at the Durham Center for Senior Life. So that'll be today from 12:30 until 1:30 in the classroom. And he's fascinating to talk to. He has so much knowledge. I think he's from, judging from his accent, I guess New York. But yeah, he knows a lot. He's really fun to talk with. So you might want to check him out. That's going to be today. Starts in, if you happen to be downtown, just kind of zip over there. So that's going to be from 12:30 until 1:30. Ooh, they're going to have health screenings tomorrow. Okay, Duke DPT health screenings, that'll be tomorrow from 9 until 10:30 in the lower commons. So you can stop by the Duke Doctor of Physical Therapy program table. They're going to have free screenings for blood pressure, strength, and balance. Oh, that's interesting. They do say that when we get older, and I am 70, that you do start losing. I've noticed my sense of balance is not what it used to be. I don't know why, but I guess that just happens when you get old. But yeah, as far as strength, I was never like the strongest person anyway, so I haven't noticed any big difference there. But balance, definitely, for sure. I've definitely noticed that difference. So I might want to check that out. I might want to check that out. So you can check that out as well. That's going to be tomorrow from 9 until 10:30. You don't have to make an appointment, and that will be downstairs once you get in to the building from the parking lot. Okay. Also tomorrow from noon until 1, Crafting with Regina, decorative storage centerpieces. Learn how to make nice boxes for keepsakes and to put on display. Also happening tomorrow, the monthly member check-in. That's tomorrow from 12:15 until in the theater. So this is where you can bring your lunch if you don't have to, but if you feel like you can bring your lunch. And then you'll be sitting in the theater with the administrators at the Durham Center for Senior Life and talk about how you feel about the programming, whether you think everything's good. If you have any suggestions, they'd probably at least think about it. So suggestions, not just for classes, but for the way things are operating. Every now and then there's a little kerfuffle there that needs some straightening out. So you can definitely do that as well. So that's going to be tomorrow at 12:15. Oh, I do need to mention JFK Towers is now a Durham Center for Senior Life activity satellite, and they're located at 4900 North Roxborough Road. So weekdays from like 8:30 until 2, there's all these different activities, also free lunch. So you might want to check that out. Also, oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Tomorrow from 9 until 11 at JFK Towers, they're going to have Just Ask George. That's where you bring your tech or your questions about tech and get them answered. It's best if you want to learn how to use your tech to just go ahead and bring it. And then you can be shown, or you can talk about how to best use your new, or maybe your child or niece or whatever gave you their old phone but didn't take the time to show you how to use it. We can learn how to use it. So that's really cool. That's going to be at JFK Towers tomorrow from 9 until 11. Of course, it's free. Now, the Little River Senior Center, they're independent. They're at 8305 North Roxborough Road. That's in Bahama, which is northern Durham County. So they also have events weekdays from 8:30-ish until 2-ish. They also have free lunch. The one thing they have over everybody else. Now, JFK Towers does have a pool table, but Little River, they have access to the gym, the whole entire gym, because it used to be a school. So you can bring your basketball and just shoot hoops until you just get tired. So there you go. Maybe you can have some pickup games. So, okay, I think that's pretty much it for that page, at least for right now. So let's head over to the Let's Go page and let's see what's happening. See what's on the docket. You might notice some changes. I made a few changes on this page in terms of the presentation at the top of the page. You notice I have a new weather app. The old one became uh, unavailable, so they made this one available. And so I guess you can choose the different neighborhoods. Of course, I chose 147 because that's not too far from my house, not too far. So anyway, let's see, today's the 27th. There's a job fair going on. Apparently, Alpaca Chicken, the Peruvian chicken franchise, they'll be opening a new one on Miami Boulevard. So they're having a multi-day job fair. But of course, the store at Miami Boulevard isn't open yet, so they're taking applications on 9th Street, the Alpaca on 9th Street, 703 9th Street. So they're looking for people who are, the public facing, people who deal with the public. They're also looking for the people who are behind the scenes, doing the cleaning, the cooking, etc. They're also looking for site leaders, and I guess that's the boss, maybe the person who gives the orders and locks up, I guess. I'm not sure. But anyway, if you know, you know. So they will be accepting applications on 9th Street today and tomorrow from 10 until 6. And then they have all these different dates. So check the Durham Skywriter, go to the Let's Go page, and you will see. I'll just rattle it off real quick. So today and tomorrow, 10 to 6. May 1st, 10 to 6, May 2nd, noon to 4, May 5th, 10 to 6, May 8th, 11 to 6, and May 9th, noon to 4. Sounds like they'll be hiring a large crew, or maybe they're just giving everybody the opportunity to put in their application. And maybe they're hoping that people who are at current Alpacas switch over to Miami so they don't have an all rookie staff. I don't know how this works. I'm just guessing. So anyway, you can apply via the website. I mean, you can go to Alpaca, especially if you're hungry. But you could also apply via the website, or you can just send your resume directly to the email address that's listed right there on the Let's Go page. There you go. What else is happening today? Indoor disc golf at Highwire Brewing Durham, which is at 800 Taylor Street in Golden Belt. They have indoor disc golf, which is like it's a putting league where they use fancy frisbees. I assume they're fancy. And this will be tonight from 6 until 10. You take your own putters, your own discs, and then you pay $6 to join in the fun. The Haiti Heritage Center's Heritage Rhythms African Dance class, that's going to be tonight, 6:30 until 8. Upstairs in the Chuck Davis Dance Emporium. This is on the corner of Fayetteville and Lakewood. So from 6:30 until 10, the weekly class fee is $10. And they start out with the deep breathing and conditioning, and then they get into the cardio-intensive African dance moves. The Crunk Club Durham's weekly Crank Arm Durham Run that starts at and returns to the Crank Arm Brewing Company, 620 Fernway Avenue, over across the street or real close to the schoolyards. So from 6:30 until 10:30, you'll be running, and you can choose either to run 3 miles or 5 miles. It's all up to you. Now, if you're an adult and you always wanted to learn how to roller skate, but you didn't want to fall in front of the kids because they'll laugh, or I shouldn't say that, because they might laugh, because kids are sometimes those teenagers. But anyway, so they're going to have adult roller skating lessons for age 18 plus, fall all you want. That's going to be tonight from 7 until 8. Admission is $15, and that does include skate rentals. So I have a link for you to click to see the schedule and to get your ticket in advance. And then, so that's from 7 until 8, right? So from 8 until 11, they're going to have adult newbie night where they let you loose just to skate all you want for $13, which includes the skate rental. So it sounds like it could be a little expensive if you go to both. That's up to you. That's up to you. I leave that up to you. But it sounds like lots of fun and lots of skating. Now tomorrow, the Durham County Sheriff's Office's Animal Services Division, which is at 3005 Glen Road, they're going to have rabies vaccination clinics for pets. And these pets have to be at least 4 months old in order to get the vaccination. So they have afternoon and morning slots. So call, I've got the number right there. And then you bring $10 exact change per pet and get that taken care of. Now, if you're older, you might want to go to the East Regional Library's Over 50 crowd, where older folks hang out from 10 until 11:30 for free. There's coffee, there's tea, there's chatting, and basically you're just hanging out. So it's a nice place to hang out if you're old. New Visions of Africa restaurant will be having their grocery giveaway tomorrow. That will be starting at 12:30 at 1306 Fayetteville Street. You might want to bring a rollaway cart just in case, because sometimes they almost give away too much food. But yeah, you can walk out of there with food for your family. Very important. If you're struggling, they're there to help. Nobody's looking at you strange because sometimes I get in line. I mean, it happens. If you need help, you need help. That's all there is to it. So 1306 Fayetteville Street tomorrow starting at 12:30. And they're served by the 5 and the 5K bus. I think that's it. Let's check the weather. Let me put my little tablet down here. And let's check the weather, shall we? Let's see. It's not too bad out. Let's see. It is like 64. 65. It went up to 65. Okay. So it's 65 right now. It's, a little airish, as my great grandmother was known to say. It's going up to 71. Sunny all afternoon. Not bad at all. Clear night. That should be pretty. I think the low's only going to be 50 degrees. So that's pretty good. Now, tomorrow's going to be cloudy. And the high will be even cooler we're having 60s all week. That's okay. It's spring. It's fine. So tomorrow, the high will be 69. And it looks like Wednesday, there's an 85% chance of rain. And I think we sort of need the rain, especially those of us who've planted things. So Wednesday and Saturday, looks like it'll be raining on both days, both with 85% chance of rain. So it doesn't get up into the 70s until next Monday. And it looks like I only have the first 3 days of the week on this app. And yeah, low to mid 70s next week. Looking forward to it. But for today, it's 65, going up to 71, and tomorrow going up to 69. All righty. I think that is it for today's show. I do hope that you have a beautiful afternoon. And I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, let me make sure I'm making these assumptions. Let's see. Wait. Is this April? Oh, it's May. Wait a minute. Always looking ahead because when you do the Skyrider, you're always a month ahead. Let's see. Okay. Ooh. Oh, the class at 7 tomorrow. Ooh, I wanted to go to there's a community dinner tomorrow at Elizabeth Street UMC. I'll have to work that out. It's at the same time as a class that I wanted to attend as well. Decisions. But I will be doing the show live tomorrow at noon. So if you wanted to come on the show, you can always do so. What I need to tell you, though, is that this show, Bull City Hangout, it airs live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and LinkedIn. After its broadcast, I upload it to Blue Sky and X. The only way to get on the show, though, well, actually, there's two ways, but the conventional way is to go to the Durham Skywriter Facebook page and you just click on the link that I put up every day. It's a different link every day. That's the way the program the live streaming program that I use, it's called EV Mux, and that's how it works. It generates a new link every time you start a show. The other thing I wanted to tell you, so if you don't, some people don't have Facebook, and they're like, well, I can't come on your show if I don't have Facebook, right? Like, no, if you want to come on the show, let me know in advance, and I can email you the link. And that's no problem at all. Even if you do it during the show, it'll create some awkwardness as I do it live, but it's a very casual show. It's like no worries, no pressure. So if you want to come on the show and promote yourself, talk about your business, your special event, whatever. That would be really great. So with that, have a beautiful afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow at noon. And don't forget to read the Durham Skywriter at durhamskywriter.com. Ciao for now.